What's the chow, Chinchow? JoesphGames here. Welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Y All-star Elimination-Locke. In the last episode, we got our fairy badge by taking on the 6th gym. And in today's episode, we are going to be taking down the Pokeball. Well, actually, we started taking down the Pokeball factory in the last episode, but today we're going to be finishing it off and stopping Team Flare from stealing all of these Pokeballs. Come now, work for Team Flare. If you just help out, we wouldn't have to carry all these Pokeballs by ourselves. Or for a mere contribution of 5 million Pokédollars, you could become a member of the glorious Team Flare, which I'm already a member of. It's a no-brainer. I didn't have to pay $5 million to become a member of Team Flare, though. What on earth are you talking about, you Team Flare fools? I'll never forgive anyone who tries to steal the Pokeballs for themselves. Forget it. Quit wasting your time with this person. I agree. There's no one we can use here. Let's blow this place to smithereens. What do we have here? An intruder. You'll want to talk. You, please help me. Oh my, getting desperate, aren't we, Company President? Well, I guess I'm going to have to extinguish your little glimmer of hope right now, aren't I? Okie dokie, so a Team Flare admin thinks we're the glimmer of hope for this guy, and we're just going to destroy her, so there's no need to worry about what is going to happen here. No need to worry at all. Question of the day for today's episode, and this is not a Pokemon topic or anything like that, but the fact is I've heard this topic thrown around YouTube, and I want to chime in on it too, because it's a good topic to talk about as payback. Oh wait, that does barely anything. I'm fine. Anyway, so today is a question I'm going to ask you guys is, what is your favourite non-Pokemon game? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'm going to actually talk about my journey through gaming, well, non-Pokemon wise, whilst we're talking about this topic, because I think it's relevant to finally let you know my journey through gaming, because, you know, I've done a lot of gaming in my past, and I might as well tell you something about it. Now, I might as well tell you this now. I'm 27, I'll be 27 years old this year. I've done a lot of gaming. I played things like the Commodore 64, I played the N64 when it's officially out, I played the SNES and the NES a couple of times. I'm not saying I'm old, and these games consoles were probably before my time, but I have some people in my families who actually have the systems still, and they're still in working order, so I played them a few times. So I'll talk about that more when we get to the situation where I can not talk about story. Come on. You didn't have to go all out on me for a pitiful president like that, like him. So lame. That's embarrassing for an admin. Still, we're on it. A pair of scientists will clean up after you. Let's take him on. 2 versus 1. We must improve our chances of winning. We'll see about that. Sorry I'm late. There's another one. 1 kid or 2 kids, it doesn't really matter. When we're fighting together, our chance of victory increases exponentially. Why can't I not read today? I suppose it's like warm and it's like the middle of summer. You might want to check your numbers there. Are you really even scientists? Come on, neighbour, help me come out. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's do this. So we got 2 Team Flare scientists here, and they're not going to be that too much of a hassle. Although there's that electric, and that scares me. I would stay in and help, but no, I can't stay in. I can't stay in. I cannot stay in on an electric. I'll get destroyed. Storm, do you want to come out here? Yeah, I'll get destroyed if I stayed in on an electric. Anyway, so my gaming started when I was very, very young. I actually got a lot of games consoles when I was very, very young. Especially when I went to my nan's. Almost every Saturday I went to my nan's and I played with some of the consoles she had at hers. And one of the consoles she had at hers was a Commodore 64. Now, you can probably go and look this up if you're sort of younger and you don't know what a Commodore 64 is. It's an amazing... It is one of the oldest games consoles ever. And it's a programming console too, really, because you can learn how to do like programming little programs on it too, and it's really cool. Commodore 64s are amazing. Anyway, one of the games I used to play on there, there's a lot of games I used to play on there. There's like Thomas the Tank Engine games and games, Formula 1 racing games. There's lots of musical games and stuff like that. The original Wonder Boy, that was just so awesome, and that came out on the Commodore 64. So there's a lot of good games, and they're destroying us arena here. My god, they're absolutely creaming her and not even going for me at this moment in time. Well, she's going to bring out that Greninja. She's an idiot. Even I know it's not a good idea to bring out a Greninja here. But again, Water Shuriken, you are faster, and if you do hit like 4 times, you might get him. You might get him. Oh, you got him. Alright, not bad, Serena. You did exactly what you needed to do there. I thought you might need to hit 4 times. So yeah, I played a lot of video games consoles in my time. Commodore 64 was amazing, and then I moved on to things like the N64, where I got to play through Mario games for the very first time, and I absolutely love Mario games. Like, for example, Mario Kart. Mario Party is amazing. The Mario Party series, I just love. Up until Mario Party 9. Mario Party 9, I'm not so sure I like. Oh my. So lame. What a shame, we got beat! Enough already. We've got the stolen Pokeballs already, Great Balls and Ultra Balls. Let's call a good day and leave. Thank you so much. You saved me. You're outstanding Pokemon trainers for being so young. Very well, then I want to show my appreciation to you. I'll give you either a Master Ball or a Big Nugget. Which one would you like? I'm trying to think of which one I should pick. You should pick first. I'll give you each either a Master Ball or a Big Nugget. Pick whichever one you like. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, you get both. So I'm going to go for this Big Nugget. And here you go. We got the Big Nugget. And, as a bonus, you get the one you didn't pick as well. Why did you ask when you could have just gave me both and not saved us like the whole hassle of asking? And here's one for you as well. So she gets some too, by the way. I have this great feeling you two will put them to good use. You're different from those Team Flare people. Oh. And I don't even know the proper way to use a Big Nugget. Just sell it in the mart. It's so much easier than they made it in Black and White 2, where you had to find a maniac to go and sell it to for millions of pounds. Now you can just sell it for £10,000. Still, that blasted Team Flare. What were they thinking, trying to take all the Pokeballs for themselves? I have no clue. But once we get out of here, I will continue my story, because my story is interesting, it's just there's a lot of story to get through first. Hey, do you think it's okay if we have a look around here? I'm sorry, Team Flare messed everything up. I don't think it's a good time right now. Team Flare? Haven't I heard that name somewhere? Would they be the guys in the red suits from a couple minutes ago? That's right, Trevor. Team Flare. Why, aye, man. They took all the Pokeballs by force. But Pokeballs are for everyone to use. How awful. it seems like it would not be a good idea to get involved with those guys. Why, aye man, you're right there, Trevs. If Team Flare's this terrible, what should we do now? According to the town map, Denverville Town is next. JoesphGames, you and Serena are really awesome. You're really going to get strong against those bad guys. You're way stronger than those bad guys. Still, don't do anything crazy. Okay, see ya. Thank you. Everyone's okay thanks to you. But if I keep on relying on you like this, going on a journey would to lose it would be meaningless. It's meaningless. Okie dokie, if you feel that way. Holoclip received. This is Holoclip News. We're bringing you this special bulletin. The Pokeball factory in the area of Laver City has been attacked. The identities of those who were involved are unknown. Also, there is no casualties. However, this is not expected to have any effect on the sales of Pokeballs. Reporting live from the Elite Four, that's Marva, our correspondent for Holoclip News. Anyway, so let's talk about things because, you know, I want to continue my story now since we're all done with this Team Flare thing and we're quite far away from the next town because this is a travel episode and you guys know how much we don't like travel episodes. Or you guys don't seem to like travel episodes. Because I've looked at my stats and you guys don't seem to like travel episodes where I'm just travelling and there's nothing going on. You don't seem to watch that much. But when there's things going on like gym fights and stuff like that, you guys watch. I mean, maybe it's because like deaths don't happen and all that. But anyway, today's question of the day, of course, is what is your favourite non-Pokemon game? And I need to continue my story. So where was I in my story? Oh yeah, N64. Yes, I played a lot of the N64 games. Mario Party, Mario Kart, so amazing. The Mario 64, awesome game. And then I moved on to things. Then I moved on to other games, and for the N64, like Banjo-Kazooie and of course Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I'm not allowed to play on YouTube for reasons I will not go into. That game is far too rude to play on YouTube. I mean, I've seen people do it at LP, but like I feel like it would just be for laughs, like the shit for laughs if I tried to do it. So I'm not going to. I'm never going to do Conker's Bad Fur Day on YouTube. I'd love to. Honestly, I would love to do that as an LP on YouTube. But no. It's a great game though. It's a great game. I'd suggest go and look at Conker's Bad Fur Day. Because it's just good and it deserves so much more than it gets. And there's a new Conker's Bad Fur There's a new Conker's game on the Xbox One that's coming out soon as part of, well, it might already be out now, part of like this big Project Sage or something like that. But either way, it's part of that, and it's a really good game too. Anyway, so, what was I going to say? But whilst this was happening during the week, I was also playing a lot of PC games. I love to play a lot of PC games. I have to say my favourite game of all time, and you guys are going to think I'm old by saying this, but like, go and look this up when you get the chance to. My favourite game from when I was younger was a game called Transport Tycoon, and I could literally just come home from school, switch on my PC, and just play the day away on Transport Tycoon. And it would just, like, the day would just turn into, like, minutes and seconds. And it's because the fact is, I wouldn't even notice they existed on that game. It's just so good. I plan to train it again now, but like the fact is, it's not as great as I'm remembering it. Or perhaps maybe my mind has grown up, but like, I really did like Transport Tycoon. It's a really fantastic game. I suggest you go and look it up. It's a good game. And they do, it is like open TTD now, which is basically open freeware software, which is basically the same thing as Transport Tycoon, but it's not as, you know, made up as Transport Tycoon. It's not as good because the game's not as complete as Transport Tycoon was. It's incredibly broken as open TTD. I might have to play it one day on the channel. Maybe. Because this channel is not a Pokemon channel by any means of the word. It's just that I wanted to do Pokemon on this channel. I've been doing Pokemon on this channel, and maybe during the summertime I might try and see if you guys would be open to seeing some other LPs on this channel. I don't know. That aren't Pokemon, that aren't Nintendo related. They're more like Xbox or PlayStation, because I do have those consoles, and I would like to show you some of my favourite games for those consoles, because I've got the ability to record them. It's just I don't do it because I feel like you guys might fall off. And I don't want to make you guys fall off. I love you guys. You guys are amazing and stuff like that, but I really would like to try some other games too, because, you know, other games are cool. And that's a crit. Bye-bye, Cedra. Okay, level 42. Not even bad. And the highest the 7th gym leader has is level 48. So, I'm pretty much okay at this moment in time. So, other than PC games, I actually played a lot of great games from, like, on the PlayStation. Because I actually had a PlayStation 1 when I was a kid. And the PS1 was an amazing console system. It's actually really good, too. And I played a lot of games on it, and it was really cool for me to do that. And one of those games I love to play on it, which has basically made me into the person I am these days, because I'm a huge wrestling fan. And it's only built up by the fact that I played a lot of wrestling games from when I was a kid. I loved the original SmackDown series, which evolved into SmackDown vs. Raw, and of course into the WWE 2K series, which is now it is. So I'm really a huge fan of wrestling, and that's why one of the main games I used to play as a kid. So wrestling, just awesome. I love wrestling. And I know it's fake. Don't get me started. Don't spam my comment section with, oh, it's fake, you know, it's fake, you know. And like, I know it's fake, but the way they go into all that stuff, it's just so amazing. That's what makes it so amazing, because the fact is, yeah, it's fake. But people legitimately hurt themselves to try and do what you call fake. So, can you really call it fake? Can you really call it fake if people legitimately try to, by doing what they do, is actually legitimately hurts them to do it? To entertain you, they're legitimately hurting themselves? Is that really fake? That's what I want to ask. But anyway, yes, we're like so. There we go. We've gone into like more of the things that I'm used to these days. I play a lot of wrestling games. I'm also a big fan of the Lego video game series. I love the Lego video game series, so like Lego Batman, Lego Harry Potter. These are games that might come to the channel very much one day. I don't know exactly when, but I would love to put them on the channel one day. So you might be looking at some future LPs there. I want to knock this Drifblim off. And I want to Ice Punch the Floret. Oh yes, cool. Florets are easy to take out. Okay, so now I want to knock off this Drifblim. Oh, not even bad. I was actually kind of worried about that fight. But RTK came through, and so did Great Sage. Great Sage goes to level 45. Not even bad, Great Sage. We want to learn Slash now. If I didn't have to have Strength on your moveset, I would take Slash, but I do have to have Strength on your moveset. For the moment in time, I still have to have Strength on your moveset, so yeah, I'm still going to have Strength on your moveset, but I think you have got enough grinding on you for now, so I'm going to switch you out. And I'm going to switch into the Great Sage. And I'll bring Dex up too, because just in case we have doubles battles, Dexy's there too. So we can have some fun with that. And let's see what's around here. Holocurt received. It's Lysander. According to Professor Sycamore, Mega Evolution reveals a Pokemon's hidden energy all at once. The Pokemon that exhibits a level of power it could not obtain through ordinary evolution. What meaning could we draw from this? Do people and Pokemon have some kind of hidden potential within those chosen few? I have no clue. I honestly have no clue, Lysander. Can I fight you? Ooh, if you're a fairy tale girl, this scares me. You are a fairy tale girl, and you have a Dedenne. Okay. I'm legitimately scared. But you're level 37. I can go to someone who's a higher level than RTK here. I'd love to keep RTK in, but like this is not happening. Volt switch. That would hurt RTK. Okay, so who are you bringing in now? Who is your second Pokemon? Okay, that Pokemon probably doesn't have anything to do with dark types. Yeah, anything to do with dark or ghost types. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you to sleep. Yeah, I didn't think about the attract. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't have known you had attract. So we're two different genders. I'm hoping I can still get through the psychic. I can still get through the psychic. Alright, and that does quite a bit of damage to you. Flail did quite a bit of damage to me, but you're asleep. Haha. Now all I need to do is get another psychic off on you. And I do. Cool. Not even bad. Go on down to a crit. Not even bad. And a Dedenne. I want to stay in. Because I can kill this Dedenne. I know I can. With a psychic. It should do really good damage to Dedenne. Oh, takes it out in one hit. Alright, Dedennes are easy to kill then. I don't know why I worry about them so much. Level 42. Alright. For RTK. And we are we in the town now? Okay, so that's Route 16. We need strength to get there. And this is the town. This is Dendermill Town. And I'm going to go and heal up. That person there will sell you Moo Milks, and you can get 12 there too. So I might get dozens of those because right now I don't really want to use Hyper Potions because I'm not needing Hyper Potions. I don't really need Hyper Potions, but I have to buy Hyper Potions because that's all we have at this moment in time. So now we have access to Moo Milk. I want to take a dozen of those. And you know what? Let's go for 3. Let's go for 36 bottles of this amazing stuff called Moo Milk. There we go. Now we have 36 bottles of this amazing stuff called Moo Milk. And it's good too. Why, hello, Joe. Oh, it's Professor Sycamore. How have you been? And his apprentice. How have you been? How is your journey going? There. You see, when I was younger, I visited many regions, as well as this one. I met many kinds of different Pokemon and noticed how each place had its own different, distinct flavors. So I get to enjoy new foods as I traveled. Because of this, I am an expert of cafes or over Kalos. And Professor? Come on, Dexio, I'm going somewhere with this. Where are you going with this? Do you remember the Pokemon Lysander mentioned in the cafe? Yes? Wonderful, I knew you would. Kalos' legendary Pokemon are called Yveltal and Zonius. According to the material that I have read, those who saw it are overwhelmed by the Pokemon, and were only able to say that the Pokemon represented the letters X and Y. Apparently, this Pokemon will absorb energy and will give energy if you have the other game. It has a lifespan of what's said to be 1,000 years, and when it's reaching the end of its life, it steals all the spirits around it. Do you think a Pokemon that amazing could... Where do you think a Pokemon that amazing could be right now? Kalos' legendary Pokemon lose all its variety and goes to sleep in a secret place. No one has a clue where it is. The writings do mention something, but it's 3,000 years old, so they aren't much help. It would be absolutely astounding if you found something like that, Joe. Maybe I should have a look into a bit more into this legend. I'll let you know if I find something. Wow, that'd be a thrill for you. You found it indeed. But your journey is yours and your Pokemon's alone. I want you to enjoy life and do whatever you feel like. Okie dokie. Has the professor already gone? I was hoping I could get my Pokedex valued in person. Well, I suppose I can always get my Pokedex valued by the Pokemon Center's PC. Anyway, I'm heading off to Frost's cabin to fill up more of my Pokedex. Okie dokie, Trevor. And of course, this right here is the Move Deleter's house, so if you want to delete some HMs, you can do it right there. It's also where the Move Relearner is. So if you have any heart scales, which I might actually have a few, I don't know. I might have one or two. But I don't know if I'll be allowed to actually use them. I might have one or two heart scales. I have one. I have one heart scale. Well, I feel like might have to thief grind later on, so if I want to do... I mean, I'm going to delete all these HMs off my Pokemon before we reach the Elite Four, but until then, I'm probably going to keep the HMs on the Pokemon, because we might need them eventually. You never know when you're going to need all these HMs, and some HMs are rather good, so they're okay, and I like some HMs more than I like other HMs. Of course, there's this nice big rail here which gets you from the top of the city down to the bottom of the city. There's a lot of good stuff in this town, but really, the main thing to do is to go up here to the Frost Cabin, which we will be doing in the next episode of our Pokemon Y All-star Elimination-Locke. Yes, we will be doing this in the next... we will actually be going in the Frost Cabin in the next episode. I guess we could go do this bit now. Is there something wrong in the Frost Cabin, Mamoswine? Swine! Mamoswine! Are you two heading for the... Are you heading for the Frost Cabin, trainer? This Mamoswine usually enjoys giving people rides on Route 17, but... these days, it's too worried about something going on in the Frost Cabin to give rides. Mamoswine usually love the cold climates. So maybe there's something amiss in the Frost Cabin. And you are? My name is Trevor. I'm researching the distribution on Pokemon in the Kalos region at the Professor Sycamore's request. I see. So why don't you go and look at clearing out Frost Cabin then? Mamoswine seems concerned about something over there, so be careful. I will, thank you. Well, what are you going to do next, JoesphGames? I'm going to prepare for my expedition to Frost Cabin. You know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to end this episode. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Yeah, I like leaving it on cliffhangers like that. Yeah, make sure to answer today's question of the day, which of course is, what is your favourite video game other than Pokemon? Let me know in the comment section down below. Mine would have to be the WWE's 2K series. I'm a big fan of their games, and I guess my favourite of all of them would have to be, well, guess SmackDown 2, Know Your Role for the PlayStation, which came out in the year 2000, which shows how old I really am. But other than that, this is where we're going to end today's episode. So until next time, I'm JoesphGames, and I am out. See you again.